a grown man. So it is a possibility to get right home and find out the data, that the official data from the hospital. You can write down, inshallah. Very important. You must write down. There was one article, I think it was one of the library papers, and still in this paper. Some scientific report was published once on this issue, and there was a debate going on, and many known scholars who knew their subject were of the opinion, and they also supported this with their own scientific evidence that it is possible. Because some time ago, and Maulvi Naseem Safi Sahib would remember it.
Yes, also that's
I have on here. So that all this data should be collected together in one place. I just have to take note of these things. Now that I'm coming to the more interesting part, the treatment of the Holy Quran of this subject. That is very interesting, because when the mother of Mary delivers the child and sees it to be a baby girl, she prays to Allah and says, "Oh Allah, I have prayed for a son, and I have given birth to a baby girl, a daughter." From that it appears that she was given some sort of impression by Allah that her prayer had been accepted. So she was a very humble lady and a very pious lady. She didn't say that you had promised, you had accepted my prayer. All she says is that I had prayed, and I am very much surprised that despite that prayer, it is the baby girl, not a boy, which is born to me. And Allah says, Allah knows better Allah knows better what she has given birth to. Now why this Allah knows better what she has given birth to? If she was a simple daughter, there was no question of saying this. That is a very interesting deviation from the normal course, and that's not all. Then Allah says that when Mary conceived, before this an angel appeared to her in the form of a very attractive human being, and he was extremely charming, Basharan Saviya, so well balanced and so well poised in everything that he was extremely beautiful and attractive. Now why should have Allah sent an angel to a virgin in such appearance, and why should he have mentioned this in the Holy Quran? And the first impression given to Mary was that he had come to physically assault her, or with some intention of volition, if not through assault. And she was definitely agitated, because when he said that I give you glad tidings of a son, she says, neither my mother was a bad woman nor I am, and I seek Allah's refuge from you. That shows that she was definitely excited and agitated, and she wanted Allah's refuge from such a man. While she was an angel only, it was an apparition of a man. Then he explained things and disappeared. But that immediately after Allah says, then she conceived. That shows that if she was already provided with an internal apparatus, that was the reason why this apparatus got excited and agitated, and something was released within. Now it is again a scientific observation that once either of the two develops fully, the other automatically diminishes and dwindles. And if the uterus had some sort of apparatus which also provided the male part of semen, and if it had discharged, I mean this is all in ifs, and she had conceived, science would tell us that then from then on at least, definitely the other part will disappear and dwindle off. So the treatment of this incident by the Holy Quran is extraordinary. It is not, if a man had created such a story, he could not have added these things, because he had no idea that scientifically it was possible and these things happened. So the Holy Quran's treatment plus the scientific evidence, they coincide and concord with each other. So this is why I am quite certain that it was a virgin birth, but it was not an unnatural birth. They are two different things altogether. Now, please.
So it has been scientifically proved by scientists 2 years ago that virgin birth is possible. University of Manchester, they were making tests and they were testing the female sperms. And the scientists were astonished that all of a sudden that the female sperm fertilized cell, which they have never seen before. And this caused wild publicity and cutting and everything with me at home. And
we have to be investigated. All the things which are given by publicity have to be further investigated. But many times the false publicity is given, and when we investigate, ultimately the story is different from what is explained. Well, I fully agree with you that you must have read it. You better give reference to this paper when it was published to Mubarak Saki, and we will further investigate it. Thank you for this read anyway. Yes, please.
So it's past experience of many Ahmadis, and they asked Zuhr to suggest a name, Twin Khalifat al-Masih, for them born son, and as a Khalifat al-Masih suggest either boy's name or girl's name. So is it before
in my case, I know how I was able to see solid result, I don't know. But in my case, I generally give two names. And occasionally, if somebody is very desirous of either a girl or a boy, by way of good omen and wish to Allah, sometimes I give one name, because I is not afraid that Allah, I am giving her one name, so you please also give her that particular sex. But in that case, most often, that works. But I can't do it in every case. I can't decide it. Sometimes this year, the moment it comes to me. But there is a third thing which is very important. Many times it has happened that by mistake I have given one name. Without realizing that I have done it, I wrote one name and forgot the second one. And in such cases, without fail, it was always the same sex of which I had given the name. It never changed. Once, for example, in Germany, last year, there a non-Ahmadi boy came to me and told me that he wanted to have, he was expecting a child. So I gave him a boy's name and forgot to give him a girl's name. And after that I realized why he was still there. So I knew it had come, so I let it be. Now when the time of delivery came, this non-Ahmadi boy started betting with his non-Ahmadi friends that you see there is going to be a boy because it was there beforehand and it was a boy. So this sort of experience has repeated so many times that you can't call it a coincidence. But when I do